What happens to the soul after death? When the body dies, the soul begins a profound journey, one filled with clarity, healing, and remembrance. From the first moment of release, the soul experiences a shift. No longer bound by time or flesh, it reconnects with eternal truths, relives its past with divine empathy, and prepares for what comes next, be it reincarnation, ascension, or spiritual service. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of something far greater than we were ever told. If this message stirred something in you, don't ignore it. Subscribe to Sun and Most for more spiritual revelations. Rewatch the video. You might catch something your soul was waiting to hear the second time. Your journey doesn't end here. It evolves. When the physical body ceases to function, a sacred journey begins, one that few understand while living. It is not darkness that greets the soul, but awakening. What follows is a deeply transformative passage, filled with discovery, healing, and the reawakening of our true spiritual nature. This is the first year beyond the veil. The first awakening. In the immediate moments after death, the soul is released from its physical form. Many who have had near-death experiences describe a profound lightness, an overwhelming sense of freedom. There's no more gravity, no more pain. Time as we knew it fades. In its place, light, vibration, and awareness. Confusion is common. The soul finds itself between worlds, not fully disconnected from the earth, yet not fully integrated into the higher dimensions. This is a transition zone, the beginning of a new journey. The silver cord, spoken of in spiritual traditions, is severed, and with it, the final tie to the body is gone. Witnessing the world left behind. In the first days, the soul often lingers, watches, feels. Many remain near their bodies, funerals, or loved ones. They attempt to communicate, not through words but through energy, emotion, and presence. This is when many after-death visitations occur. A whisper in a dream, familiar scent, a sense that someone is there. These are not coincidences. They are the first gentle reaches across the veil. The life review. Soon the soul begins its review. This is not judgment. It is understanding. Events are relived not from memory, but from every perspective involved. The soul feels its words, its actions, and their ripples across others' hearts. This is an education, not a punishment. Remembering. The soul sees its kindness, its neglect, its moments of courage and fear. A man named Michael, who died at 58, described in spirit how he felt the pain he caused and the joy he gave. The review is immersive and deeply emotional. Adjusting to spirit life. Weeks pass. The soul adjusts. No longer bound by the body, it begins to move by intention, not steps. It travels not with feet, but with thought. Those who meditated or lived with spiritual awareness adapt faster. Those rooted in materialism may struggle. Healing begins. Spiritual guides appear, some familiar, others known only at the soul level. A kind of therapy unfolds. The soul begins to shed what no longer serves. Fear, regret, attachment. Thought creates reality. The soul learns that thought is the architect of its new existence. Reality here responds instantly to consciousness. Imagination, once dismissed, is now power. Focused intention becomes creation. This brings both freedom and responsibility. By the end of the first month, most souls have gained stability. They explore this new realm, reconnecting with guides, mentors, and even other souls from past incarnations. The realm of recognition. Between the second and fourth months, the soul enters what many traditions call the realm of recognition. It meets its soul group, beings it has journeyed with for lifetimes. There's no need for words. Recognition is immediate. Love is unconditional. Imagine remembering friends you forgot you had. One spirit, Elena's husband, described meeting not only his parents but other souls he instantly knew despite not remembering them from life. It's like remembering something you never knew you forgot. Expanding awareness and soul lessons. The life review deepens. Now, with more clarity, the soul sees patterns across lifetimes. Why it chose certain parents. Why it faced certain trials. Everything begins to make sense. Time is not linear here. Past, present, and future can be seen all at once. What felt like months in Earth time may feel like a moment, or an eternity, depending on the soul's vibration. Learning centers appear. Vast libraries of light, or direct downloads of wisdom. The soul receives knowledge not as information, but as transformation. Changes vibrationally. Healing and understanding suffering. This period brings deep healing. Souls who experienced trauma or left life with unresolved pain are given space to release it. Guides perform what could be called vibrational therapy. Wounded aspects are healed in love. Souls now see how their pain shaped others' growth. Even suffering had purpose. Thomas, who died after battling addiction, shared how his struggle awakened compassion in those around him. His pain became a lesson not just for him but for many. Entering integration. Between the 5th and 8th months, integration begins. Lessons are no longer concepts, they become essence. The soul doesn't just understand compassion. It becomes compassion. This is where the soul's blueprint becomes visible. It begins to see the map of its journey, across lifetimes, relationships, and karmic threads. It knows now that it's part of something vast, beautiful, intelligent. Time shifts again. Each soul moves at its own pace. Some are ready to advance. Others stay longer, absorbing, healing. Karmic resolution and soul service. The soul now sees how cause and effect played out across lifetimes. It understands its soul contracts, agreements made with others for growth. Sarah, speaking from spirit, realized why she chose difficult parents. The pain built her strength. Her compassion became her legacy. Souls often begin helping others. Some send healing to the living. Others guide newly transitioned spirits. This is soul service, born of love and awareness. Timeline exploration and perspective shift. Now the soul explores possibilities. Timelines, alternate path, sees how choices shape everything. This brings reverence for free will. One soul described seeing through their own eyes and God's eyes at once. A dual awareness of individuality and unity. Here peace grows deeper. For those with heavy attachments, purification continues. Old patterns dissolve. All is held in divine love. The final months and the period of decision. From the 9th to 12th month, the soul approaches a decision. Or now, counsels of light assist. Not to command but to illuminate. The soul chooses. Reincarnate, ascend, serve. Free will remains sacred. David described this time as standing at the center of a vast web. He saw how each thread was meaningful. Every act of kindness, every failure had purpose. The soul sees its contract. It accepts its path. Not with fear but with clarity, with peace. The eternal journey. The soul is now transformed. It began confused, frightened, untethered. Now it is whole, radiant, aligned. It no longer clings to the identity it once had, but it carries the wisdom of that life forward. It stands ready to serve, to return, or to rise. And we, still here in the physical world, can find comfort in knowing death is not the end. It is the next beginning. Love never dies. The soul continues, and your journey is far from over. Subscribe to Sun and Most for more truths from beyond the veil. Let your spirit remember what it came here to learn. The next message is already calling.